Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum. Next, we look into the learning objective number 2, that is applying the activity-based costing to a manufacturer. So this involves the 4 steps. So the first one is identify and classify the activities involved in the manufacture of specific products and assign overhead cost to cost pool. The second one is to identify the cost driver. The third one is to compute the activity-based overhead rate. And finally, we want to allocate the overhead cost to the product. So when we do the calculation, you will understand this better, right? So we take the example, Atlas Company. You can refer to your textbook. Okay, the first step is to identify and classify activities and allocate overhead to the cost pool. This one, this is the first one, the first step that we need to do. Okay, so overhead costs are assigned directly to the appropriate activity cost pool. So if you refer to your textbook, actually we are using the same question throughout. So in your textbook, Atlas Company produces 2 abdominal fitness products, the Ab Bench and Ab Coaster. Each year, the company produces 25,000 units of Ab benches, but only 5,000 of Ab Coasters. And then each unit require 1 hour of direct labor for a total of 300,000 labor hours. Okay, so that means for your Ab Bench, 25,000 hours, and your Ab Coaster, 5,000 hours, because one product requires only 1 hour. And then the direct labor cost is 12 ringgit per unit for each product. And then the direct material cost per unit is 40 for Ab Bench and 30 for Ab Coaster. So the total manufacturing cost, excluding the overhead, is 52 for Ab Bench and 42 for Ab Coaster. And then you also have the overhead. Okay, so Atlas also expects to incur annual manufacturing overhead cost of 900,000. So this is the one that we want to highlight. That is your overhead cost, or the manufacturing overhead cost is 900,000. And then Atlas assigns overhead using a single predetermined overhead rate. So if it says that the company is using a single predetermined overhead rate, that means this company is using the traditional method of allocating the overhead. So based on 30,000, based on 30,000 direct labor hours. Okay, how do we get the 30,000 hours? Because one unit requires 1 hour. So you have 30,000 units altogether. That means 25,000 Ab benches and 5,000 Ab coasters. So total you require 30,000 labor hours, because each unit require 1 hour of direct labor. So that means when you assign the overhead cost, the 900,000, that is assigned based on the, if you are using the traditional method just now, you are taking 900,000 divided by 30,000 direct labor hours. So that's how you get the 30 ringgit per direct labor hour. But this one, now we are using the activity-based costing. If we are using the activity-based costing, the total of it cost still remains the same, but how you assign to each of your products. So that is different. So instead of using a single rate, now you have to use multiple rate. So that multiple rate is based on the activity. Okay, if you are using that, that means now the 900,000, they have identified, okay? Identify and classify activities and allocate of it to cost pool. Now you can see there are altogether 5 activity cost pools, okay? The company has identified there are 5 activities. One is manufacturing, the second one is setup, the third one is purchase ordering, the fourth one is product development, and the fifth one is property and plant. So these are all the activity cost pools. And then you have the total overhead, the 900,000. But now the 900,000 of your overhead has been assigned to each of these activities. So when the company assigned to all these activities, the total of it remains the same. But now you identify that manufacturing, there are 500,000, set up 100,000, purchasing order 50,000, 200,000 for product development, and 50,000 for property and plant. If you add this up, that will give you back the 900,000. So this one is the first step that you do, that is you identify and classify activities. and allocate overhead to the cost pool. This one is your cost pool, activity cost pool, and then you assign the estimated overhead to each of these cost pool. Okay, you can see the second one is to identify the cost driver. The cost driver that you have identified must be the one that has a strong correlation to the cost accumulated in each cost pool. So that means you find some item, the drivers that have a direct relationship that or as a high influence towards the incurrence of your cost. So in this case, you will have the the second step is you need to identify the cost drivers. So the cost driver must accurately measure the actual consumption of the activity by the various products. So cost drivers that Atlas company identifies and their total expected use per activity cost pool. So for example, you have the manufacturing. This one, the manufacturing is one. This is your activity cost pool. And then you have identified, this is the cost that you incur, 500,000 is the cost that you incur for manufacturing activity. And then out of that, we have identified that the cost driver for the manufacturing activity is machine hours. So, and then you identify how much is the expected use of that cost driver. So, you identify the cost driver for manufacturing is machine hours, and then there are altogether 50,000 machine hours. Okay, and then what about the setups? For the setups, you identify that the cost driver is the number of setups, meaning the more number of setups that you have, the more cost that you're going to incur, and vice versa. So that means in total, you will have 2,000 setups. The same goes with your purchasing order, product development, and then property and plant. So for purchasing order, it has been identified that the number of purchase order that is the one that drives you to incur more or less of that particular cost. So altogether, there are 2,500 purchase orders. And then what about the product development? So product development, you identify the cost driver is based on the number of products that you have developed. So in this case, you have developed two products. One is App Bench and the other one is App Coaster. So in total, you have two products developed. And then what about the property and plant? You identify the cost driver for that is the square footage, and in total you have 25,000 square feet. So that is the second step. So identify the cost drivers. So if you see, the third one is to compute the activity-based overhead rate for each of the cost pool that you have identified. Okay, so that's third step. So you need to, the company computes an activity-based overhead rate per cost driver. How do you calculate the activity-based overhead rate per cost driver? That is estimated overhead per activity divided by the expected use of cost drivers per activity. So you will get the activity-based overhead rate. So in this case, how much is the total overhead that you have identified for that particular activity? You remember we have altogether 900,000 from our first step or step 1. In step 1, we have identified all the 5 activities and all the cost that you incur for each of these activities. Remember? So the total that you have is 900,000. Next, you already identify the cost drivers in your second step. Remember, in the second step, we identify, let's say for manufacturing, we have 50,000 machine hours. Okay, and for setups, we have altogether 2,000 setups, right? And so on. So you can see this one, you have 50,000 machine hours. You have 2,000 setups. So this one is from your step 1 and this one is from your step 2. So step 3 is you just divide A over B, all right? Or 500,000 divided by 50,000. So 500,000 ringgit divided by 50,000 machine hours. So in this case, you will get 10 ringgit per machine hour. And then you do the same thing for your setup, for your purchase order, product development, plant and property. So the cost that you incur is 100,000 ringgit. So 100,000 ringgit divided by 2,000 setups that you have. So that will give you 50 ringgit per setup. Alright, and then this one for your purchasing order, you have to 50,000 divided by your 2,500 purchase orders. That means that will give you 20 ringgit per order or per purchase order. And then for your product development, 200,000 divided by 2, that will give you 100,000 per product. And this one, the 50,000 ringgit divided by 25,000 square feet, that will give you 2 ringgit per square foot. Once you have identified the activity-based overhead rate, okay, this one is known as the activity-based overhead rates. Okay, next you go into step 4. So step 4 is you need to allocate the overhead cost to your product. Okay, when you want to allocate your overhead cost to your product, it is necessary to know the expected use of the cost drivers for each product. So now you have two products. You have App Bench and App Coaster. So you need to know the expected use, okay, the expected use of your cost driver for each of these. So because of its low volume and higher number of components, the App Coaster requires more setups and purchase orders than the App Bench. So you can see for your product, for your App Bench, out of that machine hours, out of that 50,000 machine hours, App Bench requires 30,000 hours. And then App Coaster requires 20,000 hours. So that gives you a total of 50,000 machine hours. What about the setups? In total, you have 2,000 setups. How much of that setup requires or being consumed by App Bench? So App Bench requires 500 setups, while App Coaster requires 1,500 setups. If let's say the question is silent, the question does not give you this information, you still can work out based on the expected use of cost drivers per product here. You can work out, that means how do you get the 2,000? That will be the 500 plus 1,500. And then you do for all of this. You do for all of this, and then you will get the cost allocated here. How you work this out? So the next one is you need to allocate the overhead cost to the product. Once you identify that, then you Atlas multiplies the activity-based overhead rate per cost driver by the number of cost drivers expected to be used per product. So this one you have already identified. For example, we take manufacturing. For manufacturing, now let's say we do for App Bench first. Okay, for App Bench requires 30,000 just now, 30,000. And then what is the rate? The rate is 10 ringgit per machine hour. 10 ringgit per machine hour, and then App Bench requires a 30,000 machine hours. So that means to work out for App Bench, 30,000 machine hours times the rate that is 10 ringgit per unit. Oh, sorry, not 10 ringgit per machine hour, sorry. So that is the 10 ringgit per machine hour time with your 30,000. So that will give you 300,000. So you do the same thing for your setup. Setup is 50 ringgit per setup. So for your App Bench, there are altogether 500 setup. So you've got 25,000. So you do for all the rest of it. So you will get the total cost as 460,000. And then you produce App Bench 25,000 units. So you can work out per unit, that is 460 divided by 25. You will get 18 ringgit and 40 cents. That is the overhead cost per unit for App Bench. And then you do the same thing for App Coaster. For App Coaster, you have identified the expected use of the cost driver as 20 out of the 50,000 here. Okay, out of the out of the 50,000, App Coaster requires 20,000. So out of that 20,000, so you take 20,000 times 10, you will get 200. So you do for the rest of it, then you divide by the unit produced, so you will get 88 ringgit per unit. Okay, for your App Coaster. Right, so we will continue in the next video to see the difference. Okay, with that, I thank you.